Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we play our way. This is how to play the iconic song Yesterday by the Beatles. So there's going to be, I guess this is I kind of simplified the chords, so this is more of a beginner tutorial. So for those of you who are hardcore Beatle fanatics, and I know there's some of you out there, some of you guys have left comments out there, but for those of you who are hardcore Beatle fanatics, for those of you who know the chords by heart and you know them really well, you're going to realize that these chords aren't 100% accurate to the actual way they play the song. So, for example, in the actual recording, they play a G7. I simplified it and played a G chord instead, which is good enough to pass, right? Or in some cases, they play a D minor over a C chord. Instead of doing that, I just made a D minor chord. So that's just more geared to the beginner side, so you guys don't have to, have those, I guess, confusing chords that are confusing for beginners. So anyways, I'm going to name a couple of chords, and then this is going to be all the chords that you need to play throughout the entire song. So you have an F chord, you're going to have an E minor 7, or an E minor, depending on which one you want to play, an A7, a D minor, and then a B flat, a C7 chord. Now, I know the C7 chord might sound a little off to you guys, but I prefer you play the C7. You can play the C chord and get away with it, but the C7, if you play it, I'm going to show you both, and you're going to hear the difference. You're going to see why I prefer to play the C7. And then you end on a G chord. So to start off, you have an F chord, and these are all open. You're not playing any bar chords or anything like that. So all open chords. You have your ringing pinky on the third of the A and the D. Take your middle and put it on the second of the G. And take your index finger and put it on the first of the B and the high E. Or if you guys want to play the actual version, you play the full bar chord. But it's not necessary, so that's why I'm not including the bar chord for this song, but it's not necessary. And my picking pattern on my right hand, what I'm doing is I'm strumming the A string. Then I use my index and middle finger to play the G and B string. And then I alternate that, and then after I go from the A, G, and B twice or 3 times, then I strum down the D string with my thumb, and then I play the G and B again. So I do that for every single chord. So the picking pattern will be the same for every chord. So we have an F chord. And an E minor 7, which is just going to be your middle finger on the second of the A. You can play the E minor if you want to. The E minor 7 is more accurate. So it's just going to be a second on the A, and you have an open on the rest. And again, the diagrams will be on the screen so you guys can follow along with me. So then after the E minor 7, you have an A7, which is going to be an open A string. You have your ring finger and put it on the second of the D. Open G string. Then you have your pinky and put on the second of the B. Then you have a D minor, which is going to be an open D string. Take your middle finger and put it on the second of the G. Take your ring finger and put it on the third of the B. And take your index finger and put it on the first of the high E. For those of you who need a top view, here you go. And to play a B flat, there's 2 ways. You can take the shortcut way. For those of you who are beginner, I'm going to show you both. Or you can play the full bar. It's up to you guys. But the shortcut way would be, I take my middle finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the D, G, and B. Same strumming pattern. Or you can play the full bar. If you're playing the full bar, you're playing the same thing with you can use your middle or ring finger. I use my ring finger. If you're playing the full bar, you're going to need to do it with your ring finger. And then so I'm pressing down with my ring finger on the D, G, and B on the third, and then I make a full bar on the first. Or you can do the easy way like I showed you earlier. After that, we have a C7 chord. So what you're gonna do is you have a muted low E string. Don't play the low E string. You have your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A. Take your middle finger and put it on the 2nd of the D. Take your index finger and put it on the 1st of the B. And then you have your pinky and put it on the 3rd of the, I want to say it's the G string. So you have 3, 2, 3, 1, open. So it looks kind of like a funky chord, but I'm using all 4 fingers to press down. That's what it looks like. You have a normal C major shape, and I'm just putting my pinky down on the 3rd fret. And then to finish off, we have a G chord, and that's the entire song. So you have a G chord. It's going to be your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E. Take your index finger and put it on the 2nd of the A. And then you have your ring and pinky on the 3rd fret of the B and the high E. If you don't want to play, if that doesn't sound completely 100% right to you, it's because it's not. So the actual chord's a G7. So to play that is, I'm going to show you guys to play it for those of you who, actually want the actual chord versus just a G chord simplified version. So to play that is, imagine you're playing a C chord, right? So this is your C chord, normal standard C major chord. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to have that same shape, right? So you see how my fingers are kind of slanted, like kind of like a downslope, right? So all you're going to do is you're going to see that this shape looks exactly the same like a G7. So you take your ring finger and put it on the 3rd of the low E, put your middle finger and put it on the 2nd of the A, and then you take your index finger and put it on the 1st of the high E. So see how it looks almost like a C chord? The only difference is that you're moving your middle and ring finger up a string, and then you're moving your index finger down a string. So it's a kind of a funky chord. Now that's how I play it. You can find your own way of doing it, but it's just how I've come to learn it. So yeah, guys. So that's literally the entire song. This is the entire chord. Look up the chord diagrams online, the tablature online. There's plenty of them out there, right? So I'm following the one that's, I guess, the most highly rated. So, and all I'm doing is I'm putting it in a video format so that you guys learn how to play it, right? So again, so if I'm playing, so from the top, it's a review. You have an F chord. I'm playing it slowly so you guys can see, go follow along with me. So F. E minor 7. A7. D minor. E flat. C7. F chord. D minor. G7, B flat, F chord. You repeat that throughout the entire song, and it changes a little bit for the chorus, but it's the same chords overall. So anyways, guys, this is a quick beginner lesson so that you guys can get through the song and learn how to play it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.